Let's begin. Welcome, welcome. I like Draga, Tree Speaker, the Green Soul Ring. Redback Black Mainland. I think this mainland gets overlooked because it's one of the worst mainlands, but I quite like it. It can close games. I mean, it's a massive threat. Usually you want to be activating mainlands when you run out of gas, which is in the late game. I like it. But anyway, even if it is one of the worst ones, I think any mainlands are good because they tap with 2 colours. I think their pick is probably Crackers though. Card's just good. I played it in any deck. I think regardless of your colours, it's good. And on the off chance you're playing white, not even off, I mean, I wonder what the percentage chance that you play any one archetype is. Force of Will is quite good as well. And Rough Loss is very strong, but only in a very specific deck. So GT is the best card though. GT. Yeah, anyway, I wonder what the percentage chance, like before you start a draft, the average chance you'll play any one colour. You know, as in, what is the percentage chance that you will play white? So the maths is a little bit more complicated than you think. Because it's not just you comparing blue-white decks versus white-red decks and white-green decks and whatever. There's triple colour decks, and then some are more popular than others. Some colours are more splashable. There's 4 and 5 colour decks. What am I doing here? I'm liking creatures vaguely because I've got the GT. I don't really like this pack at all. I don't like this pack at all. Let's take the green black land. Sophie is good. String Wildwoods is very impressive. Brainstorm is a little bit overrated in this format because there's no fetches. Deep Forest Hermit's really good. It's Hermit, not Hermit Druid. What's he called? Squirrel Boy. Squirrel Boy. That's the magic card's name. It's Squirrel Boy, but better, because instead of Echo, it's Vanishing, and Vanishing is significantly better. Riffrain Cloudscape is also really good, and I also like Solemn Simulacrum. Let's take Solemn. It's a bit of a wimpy move, isn't it, taking Solemn? This card's cool, Fire Prophecy. Have you guys seen this? There's 3 damage target creature, alright? So it's kind of stock standard as far as incinerates and all that go. You may put a card from your hand on the bottom of your library. If you do draw a card, that's a huge ability. That's a really big ability. Being able to get rid of the worst card in your hand for a random card is massive. And being able to get rid of combos that you don't want is really good. What's another tough pick? I'm tossing up between like Raging Ravine I like. I could play like Jund or just Red or whatever. Fire Prophecy is good. Phyrexian Metamorph is probably the wussiest plan. I think I might be a wussy boy. Vindicate's also really good because I've got the white and the black green. I could play like Junk. Questing Boy. I think I like Questing Boy. No green. Come on. I really hate Give Reverence. Every time I play it, even when I think sometimes I go to pick Give Reverence and I'm like, this card is technically good. I just personally don't like it, but I should make good plays. I shouldn't make plays based on my personality. I should make plays based on what's good and bad. And then I play it and it's just awful. You know? So here's some 2 junk lands. I mean, I could pick this and go green black. point, but I think Questing Beast is the best card in a set colour. So it makes sense to go green. Could take this and go Jund. What am I Jund? I mean, we don't have any black. The other pick was Ophiomancer, but I felt weird picking Ophiomancer before when I could have picked... Like, I don't want to pick up... I don't like picking black cards and then not picking up the black mana, you know? Like, pick Ophiomancer and now I'm looking for my black mana because I'm committing to black. I think it's Thraben. This card's really good at holding GTs. Really good at it. Yeah, I mean, maybe we're just playing Naya. I don't mind this first pack. I think a lot of players might be uncomfortable with this as a first pack. And it is uncomfortable because it's not clear what we're in. And I think that that's one issue is a lot of players want to instantly find what their archetype is and then commit to it. And then they can say, okay, I got my archetype. Got that bit out of the way. You know, I mean, it's an evolving process. So I don't think that you can just say, okay, I've got my archetype, now it's done. I mean, if you watch my last draft, I was somewhere between red-black aggro and hard control. You know, and I was still unsure even up to the last couple picks in pack 3. Red-green land, that's big. But also, yeah, I mean, this opening pack is a bit confused, but there's some really good stuff going on for it. So, you know, I mean, it could be better, but you can't always get a perfect. And this is still a really good opening pack. I mean, we've got really powerful things, and we're very versatile going into pack 2. There's a lot we could do. We could transition into a lot of things. So looking at pack 2 now, I'm really liking Bop of Paradise. Teferi's really, really strong, but I don't think we're in blue. Fatal Push is also really good. I think Birds is better though. Although Questing Beast was the only green card we really saw. Still, Jund could be fun archetype to play, right? I mean, everything except for Thraben Inspector is Jund. Mind you, everything except Angrath's Rampage is Naya, so I suppose it depends which way you look at it. Pretty sure Hex Drink is just the best card. Hex Drink I'm a huge fan of. It's not just that it's powerful. I mean, it can win games by itself. You can go turn 1 Hex Drinker, turn 2 level, turn 3 level do something, turn 4 level, you know, and then they're not expecting like, oh, do I keep up counter spells for their 4 drop or, and then they just go level, and sometimes they have it, and sometimes they don't. You just go, oh, okay, I guess I just lost the Hex Drinker. Happens all the time. Okay, Chain Lightning's good. Just play with green. So I kind of want to incorporate these lands. And I think I like the idea of playing Jundinum. Yeah, Hex Trinket anyway. But I think also like 1 mana 2/1s are really just underrated in Magic the Gathering generally. I mean, way back, Savannah Lions was a good card, right? And the problem with 1 mana 2/1s is just that they peter out a bit, but they're still really strong. And I think also, like, if you're playing red, there's just better aggro cards. Goblin Guy's just better. It's not just a better card, it is a better card. But it's not so much that it's strictly better. It's more that it's a better archetype. Playing as many 1 mana 2/1s isn't a great archetype, but the spell itself on turn 1 is a really good thing to be doing. What am I doing, speaking of doing? I don't love Harmonize. I'd rather be playing a spell that generates value over time rather than just... That might be the best thing though. Just Legion's Landing. I think I could have picked up Legion's Landing there. So Badlands is obviously very pickable. I also like Khan, but I think Llanowar Elves is a little better than Khan. Isn't it so interesting when comparing Khans and Llanowar Elves? They're such a different spell. Yeah, see, like white-black here. But we don't really have the white-black lands. And I really like this as well. But if I'm going to get black, then it's the same thing. I want the black cleaves. There's not really many great spells in the red-green, so maybe we do just try to get this black deck going. See if we get past a bit of black in the next pack. Once again, pretty confident it's just Wasteland here. Getting a little bit of red-blue. Deranged Hermit, that's the squirrel boy. Yeah, Deranged Hermit's just outclassed by... oh my gosh, now I'm forgetting that one. After all that, I'm forgetting the other Hermit. So we saw Pestamite as well. And Imperial Recruit in the same pack. Oh, this card's cool. Could take Goblin Guard and play a bit more aggressive. Let's take Goblin Guard and just see, we might get... I'm definitely not wanting to commit to aggro. Same idea. And now this pack 2 is sort of a similar position. But by pack 2, admittedly, I think I want to be in a much more concrete spot. As in, I really would like to know where I am. I'm happy to be a bit unsure at the end of pack 1. But at the end of pack 2, I want to be pretty confident. And then pack 3, I want to be reaping the rewards. Bad lands. All these Jund lands. And we have Agrath's Rampage. No? It's kind of funny, isn't it? Sometimes that's how it works out, though. But anyway, seeing that pack, I'm going to take a little blame off myself. That was pretty confusing. It really wasn't clear what was open. We saw some pretty late Llanowar Elves and Deceiver Exarchs. That was a particularly late Goblin Guard as well. I mean, Goblin Guard is pick one, pack one if you're in aggro. It's one of the best, if not the best. Don't 100% quote me on that, but it could be the best aggro card in the draft. I mean, Price of Progress isn't that good in this format. Cube, that is. I don't know if it's better than Goblin Guard. Probably just Lightning Bolt's better, but yeah. Certainly Premier, and that was a really late. And it's also, it's not just late and it's good, it's also a specific archetype that it represents, which implies that there's not people playing Burn. So... I really don't feel like we saw much blue in the first pack, and we saw a fair bit of blue in that pack. We saw a lot more blue, that's for sure. Anyway, I think we're still okay. As I said, it's pretty similar to where we were last time. We're probably in green-red. We've got the option to go Jund, we've got the option to go Junk. I mean, Huntmaster of the Fells is just exactly what we want to be doing, right? Scoos is pretty much where I want to be. Natural Order is also a very powerful card, but I'm leaning now towards red-green mid-range with Yute. Carnage Tyrant's good, Jadelight's good, and Hellrider's good. And I know Hellrider's an aggro card, but I actually really like Hellrider even in mid-range, to be honest. I think the card's very good. Pretty late Ponder, pretty late Bitter Blossom. Ponder and Bitter Blossom are the two best spells here. Just having a look at my curve here. I think I want Jadelight. Hoping Carnage Tyrant wheels. Plow under at the top of the curve's a bit meh. Rather have a thread at the top of the curve. Illarg's cool. I like Illarg. Put the creature back, but then you return it, so you don't lose card advantage. You get like an ETB. It's 5 for a 6/6. Pretty good. I think Hierarch's better. Hierarch's better, hoping Illarg wheels, and I think it will. It's not that popular. We do have a Wasteland. We don't really have fetches though. We never got the Tiger. Tooth and Nail's not great because we're not playing ramp. Might even be Zergo. Mimic Vat is a card I haven't considered much, but I'm not against playing. Whenever creature, non-token creature dies, exile it. Create a copy. I don't know, it's better with removal, I think. Let's take series. Hoping Mimic Vat wheels is actually a decent it's a decent cyborg card, Mimic Vat. So Healy was another option there. Gosh, a lot of these sort of Banefire effects, isn't there? Maybe we should have taken Hellrider there and then played Goblin Guide, Zergo, Hazaret and played very aggressively. Well, look, it's going alright. We've got a fair amount of 1-drops. We've got a Chain, Bop, Hexy. So three Rampers, a threat and a removal. We got our Yite, Scoos, Grudge. It is main boardable. There's a lot of artifacts. So we'll see. Come back to that. Don't love Banefire. I like Jadelight. I like Frostodon. I don't love Recruiter. I don't mind Solemn. I like that. I like that. I don't love. Maybe I should have taken a Abrupt Decay. We got the black for it. Yeah, see, aggro was open. There was a lot of aggro just randomly getting passed. You know? What's better, Banefire or Devil's Play? It's the same card, but Devil's Play's got a bad flashback, And Banefire's got a usually irrelevant ability. I think Devils plays slightly better, but don't quote me on it. So Wasteland's coming in. Carcass is coming in. See, we could play, like if I played Goblin Guide, Swift Spear, Zergo, Hazarat, these four, and I just took out, you know, these four. I took out Harmonize and added Banefire. If I did this, I suppose then we don't have enough permanents. But do you see, like, this deck could actually be very, very aggressive. We'll go mid-range for now. I'll play... It's got 23 lands on that. Actually, I don't mind EE, because we got White off Caracas and Hierarch and Bob. We could play it for 3. Land, but 3 dorks and a little bit of ramp as well, so I think it's okay. Alright, let's see how it goes. Yeah, and we ended up getting that stomping ground. That was good. So it's a shame we probably could have picked up a few fetches. There was an Arid Mesa pretty late in that third pack, I think. We could have got that. But at the time we didn't have any shocks or duels, so I was not too high. But I mean, we got Couple and Gorge, Raging Ravine, and Stomping Grounds. I'd feel a bit more comfortable with maybe 2 more duels. But it'll do. Also, if you're playing cards like Waysang Caracas or Mishras or something like that, you know, they don't tap for your colours, you got to keep that in mind. Here's a good example, right? I've got 4 lands but no red sources. So you'd have to be a little bit careful of that. And that's another reason you might want to increase your duels. You actually might be picking plenty of lands, but if they're not on-colour lands like Waste or Caracas, then you probably want to try to pick up as many as you can red dual sources. I want to keep Caracas in hands. Let's play red, make them think we're on burn. It's actually a pretty bad hand now that I think about it. Forest, Bob, pass. And unfortunately, Agite can't be equipped. Okay, that makes sense. But Crash is so good, man. Such an elegant 2-for-1. Look at that. I think I'd rather play Threat in Jade Light Ranger and then spot remove after. Looking for at least 1 land and then that can graveyard for sure. Graveyard. That's pretty good, putting the Grudge in the bin. I'm going to keep the creature around because first of all we've got Chain Lightning for it, and second of all we've got Yute. There's a good chance Yute gets countered here actually. How do I feel about that? I think I have to go for it. I hope this is not spell pierce. Alright, so it's more likely going to be spot removal then. Fact or fiction? Nothing! That's incredible. I mean, I was just like, oh, look, if it gets countered, then I just chain the Bone Crusher and start pressuring with the 4-3 and the Searing Spear. Really, I mean, they didn't play anything proactive or reactive or I guess, what do you call fact or fiction? I mean, it's proactive, but it's an instant speed proactive. Do you know what I mean? They didn't play anything. That's the easiest way to explain it. You just can't race a GT either. It's so hard to race. I mean, now this... I'm not saying I won't chain it or something, but I don't even have to. Because my board's just trumping their board. I might even just pass and then get ready for a Searing Spear next turn. I can't, I don't have red for Ilhag. I've also got Ancient Grudge. Maybe they've got an artifact and they just can't play it because of the Grudge. I don't know. Who knows? They're waiting for a young Pyromancer or something. So they can get some value out of, you know, cantrips. Who knows what they got? Flooding. Although I gotta say, that's the thing with cubes. Sometimes this can happen. You know, in Legacy, you basically, if you're gonna spend 3 or 4 turns not doing anything, you basically lose. But in this, they could just go Consecrated Sphinx and you lose. 2 damage to Jade Light Ranger. Yeah, I reckon that it resolves, mate. You know? I just reckon that resolves. Oh man, this is embarrassing. Creature gets +2/+2. I remove a counter to basically counterspell their Magma Jet. That is game over. I don't know how they can do this. We can Searing Spear, Bone Crusher, swing for 10 and Chain Lightning them lethal. Alright. 2 cards on the bottom. Why are you even doing that? I'm gonna do it. I know this seems weird because if they have a counterspell for the Chain Lightning now, I don't just win. But if they have a counterspell for the Chain Lightning, yeah, I guess it's if they have a Vapor Snag or something is what I'm more scared of. Because if Jade Light connects, I'm pretty sure we just win either way. Even if we don't win right this second, we win. You know, between Devil's Play, Chain Lightning, even Llanowar Elves. So I'm not that scared of Counterspell, I'm more scared of the Kill Spell. Damage. Alright, let's see the Forza Wheel. Can I just play three spells in a match? What are they playing? Blue-red control. didn't have any non-basics. So Crucible was pretty bad. Against hard control, I'm even more tempted to play the aggro. But maybe not in the draw. I mean, that just shows the power of GTA. GTA is particularly good versus creature decks as well. And that was not a creature deck, and I still crushed it. You could see how crushing it was. I was able to largely ignore the Bone Crusher. I know I killed it in the end, but that was this or that. I was able to largely ignore the Bone Crusher, not get burnt out, you know, not get counterspelled because I'm winning the board. Hexdrink is good. I think I'm actually going to play Hexdrinker first before Hierarch. Playing the ramp turn 1 does seem smart, but this is a bit more aggressive. This will let me bash him for 3. And I think that Hexdrinker is quite good at doing that. I think that's a really relevant aspect of Hexdrinker. That it's able to, you know, it could get like 10 damage off before your opponent sort of stabilizes. It asks questions really early. I really like that about it. So this is very, very similar to game 2, isn't it? With the Krakus and the bony boy. Cool. Hello, Ancient Grudge. Sweet bash, right? So I could grudge now before they have counter spells up. But if they counter my grudge, I'm pretty happy. Okay. I am going to grudge. There's an argument there to not grudge and just to wait and then blow them out when they spend all their mana trying to... equip. But keeping up... I don't want to... I know I don't have anything now, so it seems silly, but I didn't want to just keep up 3 for the whole game. And the Smuggler's Copter had to die as soon as they play a creature anyway. Wow, okay. I'll take it. We didn't have much going on. I think that was a bit premature. You know, if you're missing your land drops, often you can come back into it. As long as you're not really getting screwed and discarding and stuff. I think, you know, I mean, they were trading cards. They still played 2 cards, right? So they were at least competing. 3 cards, in fact, because they killed Hexdrinker, yeah. I mean, Bone Crusher deals with my board. They don't know. I mean, I had Chain Lightning for Bone Crusher, but my hand could be land. You know, if I've got no pressure, they've got 18 turns to get out of it. Whatever. I'll take it. On my back, and it's a keep. It's not great, but Hexdrink is such a good menacing. Yeah, it still feels like you're doing something on turn 2 and turn 3. I don't think Kirby knows what she wants. Actually, has she had dinner? I might just ask Caroline if she's had dinner. It's 8 PM here, so it is getting pretty late if she hasn't had it. I think we just level. Swing first, of course. I don't love keeping up Searing Spear, yeah. Plus, assuming they let us level, then we get to go turn 3, level, and keep up Searing Spear if we want. That's a good one. That's a good one. Electrolyze would be brutal. Ooh. GTAs are really good. 4/4 protection from instants. It's not quite hexproof, but it's pretty good. Oh, Kirby, getting so heavy. Getting so heavy, darling. Oh, that's bad. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Do they just have it? I suppose keeping up Searing Spear doesn't do anything, right? Right? It doesn't do... I mean... Unless it's like Lotus Petal Kiki Jiki. Is there another creature that can do it? I really just... Yeah, I mean, if they've got Splinter Twin, then Searing Spear doesn't do it anyway. They just have... Yeah, if they just have it... Well, I guess they have it tapped. Alright. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Pretty sure if this connects we win, alright? Blocks. Am I missing something? What am I missing? Why would you block that? Why would you block that? Even if you didn't have the combo, why would you block that? Are they scared of level? And then... I guess if I go level, Hex Drinker hits 5. And then I threaten level. Or level, yeah. Which is legit game over for them. But yeah, giving up on... I mean, they're already so far behind on the board. I would have thought combo is the only way out of it. Although GTA even beats the combo. Because if I get up to 4 counters, then I can kill the Exarch anyway. Jace. Okay. And summon. Yep. I'm gonna Searing Spear that one for sure. Just use that mana, and then we can untap and play 2 threats into an empty board. We can just play Hex Drinker again. Days? Can't say I was expecting days. Okay, it's bad, but it's not awful. We get pretty blown out by like Anger of the Gods or something. But yeah, I mean 2 threats, right? 2 threats, 3 creatures. All threatening GTA. I mean, we're threatening quite a bit. We're threatening flips, we're threatening GTA equipped any one of them, we're threatening Hex Drinker per instance. Wow. Bolt, okay. Kirby, what exactly do you want, mate? What do you want? Oh, look, Mum's coming. What's Mum doing? She could be doing anything. She could even be getting you din-dins. That's pretty good from them. I wasn't expecting that. I mean, I guess they Ancestral Vision, so we could expect that their turn 5 is going to be quite strong. But yeah, Jace Days Bolt. Can't say I was expecting Jace Days Bolt. Fate Seal, I don't rate at all. You know, that's them desperately trying to keep Jace alive. Why do you want to keep Jace alive? You want to keep Jace alive because Jace is a good card. Well, Jace is a good card because it brainstorms, so just brainstorm. Brainstorm and accept the sacrifice. So they left our card on top. I assume it's land. No, they must have misplayed. No spells. No spells. This is so brutal. This means I can just swing the wolf to threaten the Jace. Gotta have something. What costs 5 mana? Mystical. Bounce, bounce, draw. Brutal, man. Alright. I mean, this is pretty similar to what we did last turn. Just playing Scoos instead of Hex Drinker. It's a very similar position, in fact. They just... And they jace that turn, but they didn't brainstorm the chase. So we're not getting inundated with card advantage, but it is getting a bit scary. 6 mana, that's game over. Yeah, I mean, that's just Anchor of the Gods, right? That's basically what I said with these two. That's a shame, we had a good hands. And I was pretty confident after that Searing Spear. I don't think you should play around days in this format, but yeah, I was pretty surprised. I mean, even after the Searing Spear. Not expecting the Fate Seal either. Choose a Planeswalker? Hang on. To target player or Planeswalker. Okay. So we can only do... Alright. Basically a lightning bolt, right? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the Searing Spear on the Jace felt good. Even though they had a counterspell, I was like, well, if they're dazing and going back on lands, and they're trading off cards, then the creatures on our board should be able to pressure the Jace. Keep going up. I mean, it doesn't really matter what they choose, right? It gives us some idea of what's in their hand if they keep a good card of ours on top. But it's not like we can manipulate the top. Top, yuck. I am going to cast it. I know they can red, but then we can red again. Definitely want a Questing Beast here, right? Ooh! That's good for us. I don't think they should have done that, right? Oh! Can I not do it again? Can I not chain them back if they chain me? Keep chaining them? Did I mess up the rules or did I just skip through it? Or was it a glitch? I know it says here, seeing this bottom left, this little thing, that means I've F6'd. But, But if I press F6 and then I press F5, which stops the F6, generally it's pretty responsive. It's pretty responsive to me, like cancelling the F6. We have to double check the rules of Chain Lightning. Yeah, let's go Chain Lightning Gatherer. Alright, that thing can die. How good will Questing Beast be here? I mean, I assume they've got some kind of counter spell, since we haven't been playing many scary spells and they've kept a lot of cards in hand. They're just actually trying to chase me. The spell copy has all the text and can result in itself being copied. So what the hell? What the hell? I could have copied it. I mean, it wouldn't have made much difference, right? It would have meant we're on 21 because they could copy again. And Chase would now be on 8. So it kind of just gives us another turn to find Questing Beast. And mind you, we're on Find Questing Beast, hope they don't have counterspell for it. But I think it's worth just seeing if we have it. I mean, Questing Beast equipped to GT swing them. No way is that clique. Oh my god. I was going to say Banefire actually deals with the Jays. Yeesh. This hand manipulation. We're not done yet. Alright, now we're done. So I could actually pump the birds with the GT, giving it +2, and then that allows it to keep getting counters. But yeah, that was done then. Alright, let's run it back. Do I add all these blacks and play Angrath's Rampage? So they're on blue-red Kiki-Jiki, huh? All these sorcery speed removals are not going to be good. And tap out spells. Yeah, it's basically like Searing Spear, GT, EE. But even EE, you gotta keep mana up. So it's GT, right? It's pretty hard to beat the combo. Yeah, we were never gonna win. I mean, if they won with the Jays, but if they were just brainstorming, I think they would have won as well. This is a good hand. Definitely don't want more lands. Let's just get in there, eh? Why not? Why keep up green just for skews? Rather get a little damage in, make a point. That might have been the difference between shocking in and opt. You know, emotionally, they might feel pressured to not shock. You never know. Whew. Swing skews first. What would I'd rather Huntmaster Resolve, because Huntmaster's a much more powerful threat. Yeesh. Oh well, that's definitely annoying, but it does mean we get to play Hunty Boy here, which is pretty good versus control. I mean, they've got a lot of answers for it. You know, they can repeal the wolf and electrolyze this or something, but just generally speaking, playing 2 threats at 2/2/2s is quite good. Oh, very tempted to play Ilhag. Very tempted to play Ilhag. I was going to chain the Bone Crusher and then bash for 4, but because of Exalted, I can swing Wolf here, bash for 3, and then instead of playing Solomon, I play Boar, and then I can start cheating in the Solomon and getting it back. It seems kind of cool, right? It's also a lot of damage. They're tapped out. Let's give it a go. The other option there is just pass and let Huntmaster flip, but it can't kill the Bone Crusher, so we're not really getting value. We're getting a threat, but we're not really getting value, and it becomes a 4/4, which Bone Crusher can still block. I mean, yeah, we can Exalt it, but yeah, anyway. Okay, that's cool. Now we got some real threats, and just hoping. Yeah, I will hit it because that means we can swing with the wolf because it would be damaged. Let's play land, and yeah, let's alpha with everything except the hierarch. This is tense. Bang. Ilharg. Put this creature into play. Bang. Is it tapped and attacking? That's sick. That's so sick. Filter out some lanes. Don't really need lanes at this stage, but hey, better than nothing. Suppose we could have chained that. In fact, how much are we doing? Lethal. Wow. Yeah, I was about to say, I'm pretty sure chain is lethal actually. But we didn't even need it. Because this trampled 2 over. So in case you missed the maths there, I missed it as well. But in case you missed the maths there, because the Bone Crusher taking 2 from Huntmaster, it doesn't actually absorb 3. It only absorbs 1. Because to do lethal damage to them, I only had to do 1. So 3 got trampled over. So 3 from the Huntmaster, 2 from the wolf is 5, and then 6 from the boar. There's 11, and then 2 from Solomon's 13. So there you go. In fact, chain lightning them was more damage, so it's correct not to chain lightning them anyway. Alright. Does Ilhag have trample? Oh. No time for the tab, game starting. Come on, man. This is game 3. Keep that. Let's sink. Yeesh. I want to sink Bonfire, but just because obviously it's a miracle sort of card. But I'll tell you what. It's one of the few pieces of gas, isn't it? Sink Forest. That's annoying. It's actually not a great hand, is it? Better than the first one, though. Ancestral Visions again on someone? Come on, man. 7 keep Ancestral on the play. It's going to be tough to come back from. And we don't have a great 6 either. Forest was such an awful top deck. See, like, J-Light's good, but the card advantage that it gets is lands. You know, it's really good on turn 3 if you don't have any lands and then you hit 2 lands off it. That's when J-Light feels amazing. You know, or if they've got some 5/3 or 4/3 and you flip a land and get a counter. Basically, if you're flipping lands, J-Light feels good. Except when you're flooded. Fire Ice. They have had Bone Crusher turn to every single game. Oh, man, that's annoying. Still, Huntmaster is a good one. Huntmaster is a good one. They've also had like Bone Crusher in response to Exalted, in response to counters there. It's really annoying. Come on, man. This is brutal. We're kind of all in on this Huntmaster, and I think it's going to be too slow. Like they're going to resolve visions and just have an answer. So they know we have Huntmaster. So are they bluffing Counterspell? You know, if they play Bone Crusher, then we just jam it. Man, let's just play this. It could be a bluff. They did miss a land drop. Oh, they're Deceiver Exarching, that's why. They're just gonna Exarch Twin win the game. I don't know how... Does ramp do it? Like, Hexdrinker is a threat, I suppose. But I think Hierarch's actually better. Nah. Let's Hexdrinker. If they've got the combo, they got the combo. There's a good chance they've just got Pestamite and not, or Exarch and not the twin, but they're just assuming it's going to be good anyway, and there's a good chance Visions will draw them into either the combo or apparently not. So, yeah, were they bluffing? Imperial Recruiter in that sense was a nice way to semi-call their bluff. Or we're still doing something and progressing our board, but we're not just playing Huntmaster into what appears to be a very obvious counterspell. Seven cards in hand. This is feeling pretty yeesh. So let's swing. I think I want to play Caracas because if they have Kiki Jiki, Caracas can actually get us out of the combo. So I think I'm just gonna... So Huntmaster's good if they have Burn, and leveling up Hexdrinker is good if they got counters. What do we think they've got? It's pretty hard to know because they just drew 4 fresh cards. But they didn't play a threat. We've seen them do both. Let's level. By that logic, maybe we should have leveled first, but I kind of almost wanted to bait out the spot removal on the Hexdrinker before we invest mana into it. But now that it's less likely to have spot removal, I'm happy to do it. Does that make sense? Like, we lost 2 damage, but we had a better chance of baiting them. So now, I don't know. Okay. I'm hoping that they've got Kiki Jiki as the win con, and then Caracas just beats it. And we're in a pretty similar position to last time, right? But we're still not playing Huntmaster into their open mana. But we are killing them very slowly, but we are killing them. And they got it. I mean, the Hexdrinker is a 4/4 now. We're getting in for 5 a turn, you know. It's going to demand respect very soon. Jace? Jace. That's another reason Imperial Recruit is good. Just so annoying, right? Just niggling in there. I think that's pretty good. We didn't lose any card advantage. And we get to play threat here. Although they do have Chandra, that 6-mana Chandra in their deck, that would be really annoying. X is 1. See you later, Jace. So I'm going to play Hex Drinker, because I'm kind of playing around that. Okay. I was going to say I'll play Hex Drinker because I'm playing around that 6-mana Chandra. Because then the 6-mana Chandra can't neg 3. It can neg 4 to kill the Hex Drinker, but it can't neg 3 on it. And if they neg 4 on the Hex Drinker, then the Imperial Critic gets in there again. But another option was actually to Wasteland Steam Vents. And take them off 6 that turn. I think their hand's been pretty bad. I'm still not confident. I mean, they resolved divisions, and they've 2-for-1 dust with the Bone Crusher as well. So I'm still not confident, but yeah, I'm sort of tentatively doing pretty well here. And Bone Crusher's, I think, an implication that their hand's not good now. Right? Okay. Hierarch's a very good draw. Play the Wastelands. That was a mistake. I think I should have leveled. I was like, yeah, this is sweet. Hierarch. Exalted. I actually think I want to hit this. I want to see if they've got the Pestamite, so they're obliged to play it now. Okay, look at the top 4, sure. They don't reveal it, do they? I feel like just leveling. I probably messed that up. I should have leveled first, but yeah, I feel like leveling here is just as. I mean, Huntmaster's slightly more damage overall because we only get 2 damage here from the Huntmaster. Sorry, from the levels. Yeah, Wasteland there was good. It also prevents them going Pestamite, untap lands, Kiki Jiki for just a win in their main phase. Yeah, we got a lot of damage now. In fact, is this lethal? No, it's not, but it's very close. Yeah, they wouldn't have been able to block as well if we'd leveled first. Because I was like, I'm happy to just get a free kill on the Bone Crusher. I mean, they're just throwing cards away, right? We're winning card advantage that way. But I think I wanted to be more aggressive there. So definitely keeping up Crackers here. Very scared of Splinter Twin. We don't have any instant speed removal. We can only do it for 6, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a shame. Because we just play Huntmaster. It's pretty hard for them to beat the... If they're countering Huntmaster, I'm fine with that. Because the Hex Drink is going to beat them. Cycle Miscount. Looking for Splinter Twin. It's fine with me. Yeah, okay. I was hoping they would play Pestamite and then I get to Banefire it or something. Alright, I think we got it. Because, by the way, so they can do that main phase thing with Kiki Jiki, but they can't do it with Splinter Twin because Splinter Twin doesn't give haste to the creature. Seven. I've also got Devil's Play in the bin, but Banefire is probably safer, right? So X has to be equal 5. Has to be equal 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I must have flooded. We're good. 2-0. Let's go for this Trophy Town. Trophy Town, baby boy. This is for the W's. It's a good starter. Yeah, I just don't like Harmonize. Ugh, it just never feels good. It feels good on turn 14 when you top deck it, and the top decking as well. That's about it. I'm exaggerating a bit, aren't I? I wouldn't mind a third land. So taking 2 damage to keep up Bob. You never know. You really do never know. There could be like Thought Scour reanimate there. They're playing blues, so there's less likely they're going to be on an aggro set list. Blue, nice. Okay, fair enough. Suppose I should have floated green. So eat that ice with the Bob. Oh. Definitely want to hit mana. When I'm playing Harmonize, I want to hit like 6 lands off the top right, and then just Harmonize once I run out of gas. Ooh, did they miss their land drop? That's probably why they iced. Try to cycle. Show and tell. So Question is actually pretty decent verse. Like I think we lose. Don't get me wrong. I think we lose. But Question Beast is kind of cool because it has Death Touch. Is there a chance Ilhag is just bigger though? You know, I think Ilhag might be cool and it can race. Okay. Ilhag's a big boy. I wish we hit Questing Beast now, but yeah, Ilhag's a big boy. Because Questing Beast is so good versus Terrestrial, man. Because often they give you 2 3/3s and they make a 3 for themselves. That's what usually happens. Well, there you go. That's what's happening right now. But yeah, the Questing Beast can just swing into all of it because they don't want to block with their 9/9. They can't swing into it because it's got vigilance. Oh, the Questing Beast triggers regardless, okay. Use Ilhag Raise Boar's ability. What's his ability? Dies as you may put it into on his 3rd from the top. No. I do not want it going 3rd from the top. Yeah, having Questing Beast instead of Ilhag would have been definitely better, but yeah, this has worked out fine. Don't get me wrong, we don't have any lands. But considering they got it to Rastodon, considering they turn 3 show and tell us, definitely could be worse. Hopefully they just play 2 artifacts and we rip a land and we get to grudge them. But I mean, my Bob Scoos can eat Terrastodon and make it a 3/3. I can swing 6 with the elephants and then pressure with Scoos as well as a 4/4 the following turn with the Yellowhawk. Or if I rip green, in fact, if I rip green, I would swing for 10. 10's a lot of damage, so I'm just going to see what they do with Preordain. One top, one bottom. Green off the top would be massive, actually. Be massive. Oh, can't win them all, I guess. Yeah, that would have been an extra 4 damage there. 2-turn clock. So they are on some kind of reanimate. Maybe. I mean, Faith is looting, right? Faith is looting Terrastodon. Ooh, that was a huge Faith is looting, right? That just got rid of 2 islands. That's massive. The token's not an artifact, is it? Let's eat Terrastodon. Man, I honestly think if we'd hit green there, we would be like really good. That player creates a token. So if you can kill the Arcane Artisan. Is it worth playing Hierarch? I think so. A little bit risky. I definitely want to keep up green. I mean, hitting one of my own creatures to pump Scoos, keeping up at Scoos to hit or reanimate, or even just proactively eating the Faithless Looting is all quite good. Especially when they're on such low life total. It seems like the game's coming pretty close to an end. But I'm going to respect the Arcane Artisan and assume they've got something. No, they've got not much at all. That's quite good for us. It's quite good for us. Forest. Does Questing Beast win the game? Play Questing Beast? No. Yeah, I mean, it does 5 exactly, right? With the Hierarch. The alternative is Ancient Grudge the Construct. Swing both idiots. I think it's just we go for it. If they've got a Force Wheel, they've got a Force Wheel. If they had Force there, then they're not doing anything with Arcane Artisan, you know? But yeah, they can't block this, so that's game. Very nice. This is the final game. What are they playing? Maybe Reanimate? Something weird, man. Something weird. Oh well. Yeah, that's a key. You can see where in all of our matches, it's been fine, but if we had a couple more Julies, I think, you know, there's a couple of times there where it was a bit like, oh, we need to hit green, like we've got the mana, but we need green, you know, and we ripped that mountain. Maybe it's just that one time and I'm getting confused. Okay, I like this card. I respect someone who plays Merfolk Ludo. I think that card's good. Skillhard can definitely graveyard. I don't mind it. If we can metamorph copy the Jadelight to help us hit land. Alright, let's keep it on top then. Do you know what I mean? Like, I want to hit lands here. That's why, I was hoping to rip 2 lands off the Jadelight, actually. But maybe this new Jade Light, this artifact Jade Light can do that. Certainly swing for 4, making another Jade Light, playing Hex Drinker is pretty good. Of course, the alternative was to bin it, hope we hit land, and then GT equip. Or, mate, actually we've got heaps on 4, right? We could Bonfire to get rid of the looter. This is in ascending order. Hex Drinker, level up. Solemn Simulacrum, Questing Beast, or GT equip. There's a lot of options. But I'm a guy who likes to hit their land drops. Remand, ugh. Subbing for Malik there over remands. Do you know what I mean? Because I feel like we've already got enough gas, so remand's quite strong because we're looking for lands. Yeah, I'm a guy that likes to hit their land drops, and still stay proactive. You know, Jade Lights. That's why Jade Light I really like, because it's proactive, it's aggressive, and you can hit your lands quite easily. No swings. No. Now this is some pressure. Get rid of that Narset. And we hit them for 8. That's huge. That's a 2-turn block. I mean, they can block Merfolk Looter. With Merfolk Looter, sorry. But yeah, I mean, then we're forcing the block on Merfolk Looter, right? That's massive. I love Questing Beast, man. It's such a beautifully designed card. I mean, we just totally trumped that Narset, right? That Narset just did nothing. That was like playing a Hypnotic Spectre with haste that also does heaps of damage and taps them out. Really good. I just want to see what they did with their... So they looted away lands. So again, I want to see what they did with their opt. Topped with opt. Bit risky to play GT. They've only got 1 red source. I think I'm just gonna bash with 8. I mean GT is really nice, but I think it's a bit greedy. I don't think we need GT to win. I think they need to play some kind of spot removal. They need to play some kind of spot removal to win, and if they're playing spot removal, then GT's bad. I mean, not necessarily, they could just upheaval or something, I don't know. Could bonfire them down to 2. Other options are... so I couldn't metamorph, by the way, because it's a legend. Other options are metamorph the Jade Light, just try to hit some more lands. Solemn's already sort of does that already. I'm going to go Solemn. Oh, sorry. We're in end combat. I'm expecting they have to have something, like a wildfire or something. They have to have something like that. So I'm happy for Solemn to get countered or to enter and then get swept. Yeah, I reckon they might be on Wildfire. The deck seems really looty and findy and combo-y. But we haven't seen black, so I don't know if they're even on Reanimate. Just Sneak Attack or something. Questing Beast is so good versus these Sneak Attack decks, man. I've been playing Questing Beast in actual Legacy, and obviously there's a lot of Show and Tell decks. And when they Show and Tell, and you've already played Hex Drinkers and you've pressured their life total a lot, and then they play Show and Tell and you play Questing Beast, and they've got Emrakul or something, but the Questing Beast, you go Questing Beast down, and then, you know, or you play something else, you play like Titania or Tyler's Tracker or some other random creature, Scoos, and then you like untap Beast, and suddenly you can Alpha Strike and win. Okay, so they want to counter unless we pay 3. return that. What's their other mode? Draw a card. Okay. This is what it is, I guess. They didn't want to return the... Didn't want to return... maybe I should have played Hexdrinker there. Yeah, that was a mistake. Because they are trying to combat our board like that, they're not trying to sweep, which means we should play Hexdrinker. That was a big mistake. Yeah, I just F6 to that because I was like, oh, whatever. Counter it, doesn't matter. But counter bounce specifically. There we go. Wow, wow, wee wow. Nice to be in Trophy Town.